on this. Okay, so today we're going to go through a little nutrition masterclass, and also we're going to do like a coffee catch up as well. So just to give you a little bit of info about this whole Zoom process, I don't know if you noticed, there's a little Zoom chat on the right hand side. Can you see? Or at the bottom of the bar, if you get your arrow around it, it has participants. It should have participants chat, sharing a screen.
Yep.
See all that at the bottom?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Can you see like chat? So if you click on that chat and you go to the right hand side, it has a little chat box. And then it has, and then if you click on, it says everyone, you can send anyone like a personal message, or you can click everyone and say hi. Like I've just pressed it and I've said hi. Can you see? Mm-hmm. So I want everyone to type in hi or morning or favorite drink or favorite whatever. Tell me. Let me see everyone. So it's really good. Like sometimes if we're training, I probably won't see it as much, but you can type in stuff. Morning, Jude. Oh, Jude, fresh haircut. Oh, very nice.
She's saying that.
That's it. I'm just showing everybody that on the bottom bar of Zoom, if you can scroll down there and have a quick look, it has chat, it has share screen, it has things, and you can when you touch like chat, there's a box that comes up on the right hand side, and you can type good morning, long black coffee, double espresso. Okay, beautiful. The cool thing is I can share documents too. So if I go to my library on this PC and I go desktop, I'm going to try and find my document that I have, like it's a little cheat sheet about like calorie cheat sheet. Like I think I shared this before, but I'm just going to share it to you again so you've got an idea of what we're kind of talking about. It's a PDF, but it has a link on it. And it has a link about how to work out your total daily energy expenditure. Now let's have a look here if I can share my screen. Share my screen. All right, so if I go to a website.
I got it.
Yeah, cool. Share screen start. That's it. Share screen has to start window. Why is it invalid? How dare you? Okay, let's share this screen instead. Okay, so there's my okay, so whenever I work out calories for people, why are calories important? Let's start. Why is calories important? Anybody?
It helps us build, and as well as build even to, it helps us break down as well, our muscles.
What was that, Sujata?
It helps us build, calories
yeah,
helps us build.
Yeah, of course, we need it, yeah. Anyone else? Be scared. No right or wrong answer. I'll tell you anyway. Calories are important because we need it to survive, right? They are muscle building, they are fat building, they're just energy, they're energy. I think like someone said it, a calorie is like, you need 1 degree of water to burn 1 calorie. 1 degree. Yes, I'll tell you the term anyway for it. But when I work out calories for people, I go to this calculator. Oh, I have a bit of feedback. Who do I have feedback off? Nothing. Stop. Okay. And your cheat sheet, if you click on it, it explains the calorie. It explains, where is it? Here we go. Calorie is the amount of heat, energy needed to raise the temperature of 1 gram by 1 degree Celsius. That's it. Okay, a little bit of science there for you. How many calories do you burn every day? Everybody is different. And how do we work that out? So TDEE, what the hell is that? I'll tell you what it is. Okay, if I find a little, there's a little image in your, if you open up your little thing, yeah, PDF. So on the right hand side, you click on it, the PDF comes up, okay? Who's this? Nala, good morning. Okay. So if I look down here, TDEE, total daily energy expenditure. What does that mean? It means the total energy required for your body every day, right? And if I'm going to find you a better image of this TDE. So if I close this and I go here, image, Okay, there's our little images here. All right, maybe this one's a little bit better. Maybe this one, just trying to, okay, I'll use a few. I'll use a few if I can open this. Open image. Okay, oh, that's tiny. So, total daily energy expenditure includes things like, okay, basal metabolic rate. What the hell is that mean? Does anyone know? Basal metabolic rate.
Is that like you're resting?
Yeah, it's like basically you sleeping. It's the energy required for your organs to function. So some people look, and if you look at this, can you see this image?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is BMR, basal metabolic rate. So out of all the calories, we could just say calories 100%, all that on the left.
Yeah.
Out of all the calories, your basal metabolic rate takes up 70%. Your body, your organs, your lungs, everything in your body takes up 70% of your calories. Whoa, is that massive or what?
That's huge.
That is massive. So, can you see a problem with that when some people say, "Oh, this is how much calories you should have," and how would they base it on?
Hello.
Hey, morning, Mel. Morning, Nala. Morning, Mel. Are you cold, Mel? Are you going to the snow?
Morning,
Yeah,
lovely.
mate. You know me. I hate winter. I can't handle it.
I know. I see all your Facebook posts every winter.
I'll be cheering on the 1st of September, guys.
All right. All right, bye, Mel. So,
Bye.
yes, so basal metabolic rate without any movement, it's just you breathing your lungs. So you can see how important it is to have the right amount of energy for your lungs to breathe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then the next step is a little bit, a lot, significantly less. Non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Non-exercise activity thermogenesis. See, this guy is walking with his dog. Basically, hey, he's cute. Basically, that means the amount of energy required just to do everyday things. Like, I'm going to go after this, go get my coffee. That contributes to the energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Things like walking up the stairs to go to the bathroom. Things like going to the garden. I'm not actively going, this is the time I'm going to work out. This is the time I'm going to the toilet. Woo-hoo. This is calorie counting, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or things like I'm doing the dishes. Yeah. Or like, some people fidget a lot. That's non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So look at the pen, fidgeting, it all adds up, and people think, oh, why there's sometimes really tall people, they've got really high metabolism. It's not, it's because they fidget a lot. It's just the way their genetics work. And to be quite honest, people who are overweight have a higher metabolic rate than people who don't, because they require more energy, so the body has to use that, So that's the next step. Is that making any sense? Can anyone resonate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morning, Nala.
Morning, darling. Morning.
The next thing, so we're building our blocks of calories, okay? So now on the right-hand side, there's the comments. I've clicked and I've put in our PDF in there. So if you get your arrow and you go down to the bar, it has what's it called? Comments or chats, and we go to the right, and it should have it right there, okay? So
Is it on Zoom?
It's on Zoom,
No.
yeah, it's on Zoom. So if you expand the Zoom on the right-hand side, if you show all the image, on the bottom is chats. You click on it, and then it comes out on the right-hand side. But I can always send it to you anyway.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's good.
Non-exercise activities. Next, thermogenic effects of food. Now, this is where the interesting part comes in. Whenever we consume something, no yawning, Jude. This is interesting.
Sorry.
Whenever we consume something, our body needs energy to break that down, right? Make sense? Because how is it going to break down? When we consume this thing, the reason why it's, nutritionists or the reason I tell you to have protein is protein has a higher thermic effect than things like sugars or carbohydrates or fats. So that means the body uses more energy to break down your food. So you're not even doing anything, and you're like using calories. How good is that? You're actually aiding that. So that's a little hack. That's what I say. Increase your protein. Yeah?
Yeah.
So it's a little hack. Janine, are you here? Or did you leave? Can't see you. I think she left. Bummer.
No, I'm here. I'm
Oh,
listening.
okay. Oh,
All
sorry,
good.
sorry. Okay, just checking. So far, we've got basil. That's the base. No, nothing's happening. Okay. There's actually another one in there that sometimes they mention, which is resting metabolic rate, which is like I'm like sitting down. Okay, there's another portion, but we're just going to use this one. Basal metabolic rate is like I'm sleeping and like my organs are pumping and using all the energy. Non-exercise activity is I'm going to the coffee shop or I'm fidgeting. The next bit is I'm eating food like protein and my body uses the energy to break it up. And the last one, but not least, the one that everybody thinks is the most important is the exercise activity thermogenesis. Thermogenesis is just heat and energy, okay? So if your body uses 70% to function, okay, and then it only uses like 10% for exercise, what does that tell you? Don't all rush in at once.
Rest well.
Yeah, rest well. That's gold, rest well. Yes, but a lot of times people put massive emphasis on exercise. They're like, oh, I'm going to exercise and I'm going to lose all this weight. Like, no, where can we take little bits out? Where can we increase where we're not putting a lot of stress on the body? We can increase the walking. Yeah, we can increase the protein intake. Yeah, just little. And then we can have exercise. That's great. But the other thing is just say my body needs, let's use an example. We'll just say 1,000. Like just use that as a scale, 1,000, right? So 70% of that 1,700 I need to survive. Like I can't, there's no negotiation with that. 700 I need. Yeah, because otherwise my cellular cells, my organs cannot function. So what happens is I move along and I'm like, hey, I need to lose weight. So I go to a trainer and trainer says, all right, well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to put you on 700 calories. And then you're like, okay, that's great. That's what I'm going to do because you're the professional. I'm going to listen to you and I really, really need to lose weight. And everybody on the internet tells me I need to be eating this much. And I put it into MyFitnessPal and MyFitnessPal tells me the same thing. What's going to happen to me? If my organs needs 700.
We'll have less energy. We'll have less energy towards the end.
Yes. What else?
We'll get tired.
Yep. What else?
And once exercise is done, we'll get back to the routine.
Yes. Does this resonate with anyone? Does this happen to anyone? Are you going to love your life?
No.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what am I going to do? I'm training. I'm increasing that exercise activity. Just say my exercise is about double that. So see, this is about 10%. Just say it's double. So I'm eating 700, but I'm doing my exercise. So just say my exercise is taking up this section here. So really, I'm actually eating about 500. What's going to happen to my hormones? I don't know.
I don't know. Will it affect your muscles?
It'll affect everything. My muscles are starving because my body's not going to give nothing to my muscles. It's like, I'm going to be honest. It's going to be like, bugger you, I'm dying here. My lungs don't have the energy to actually expand. The first thing that will shut off is your digestive system. It's like, look, you don't need to eat, or you know what I mean? Or I need less energy. I need to go straight to my brain. So what does the body do? The body goes, boom, high calorie, sugar, carbohydrates. That's what your body's preferred fuel source is. It doesn't want protein. Your brain goes carbohydrate. We are created to consume carbohydrate. Number one thing. That's why really high protein or keto or all that stuff doesn't work. You know, because our brain, our body wants carbohydrates. That's it. All right. So, where do we go from here? What do I do? What do I say to this trainer?
It has to be balanced between exercise and the diet.
Yes. So we need to bump it all up. So you think that your calories should be halved? They should actually be higher, because when you're adding more training sessions, and this is just one training session. Imagine if I'm adding 3 or 4. So if we're doing 20 to 30 minutes worth of exercise, you know, give or take, everybody should add at least 150 to 200 calories per session. So just say I'm having 1,000, I should be having 1,600, because that not only does that fuel me, fuel my organs, but fuel me for, we're going to look at, this is athletic performance, because I did my sports nutrition certificate, and you know, nutritionists talk about, you know, your health and your biomarkers and all that stuff, but they don't talk about, you know, like the athletic side, you know, which is training, right? It's different. An athlete and, you know, a person who doesn't do any training at all, I'm talking no training, the requirements are completely different, because we need to increase performance and need muscle, and that's what we need to do. So is that making any sense?
Yeah.
So just say I've got 1,600 calories. I'm training 3 days a week. I'm getting fueled. That allows me to push harder, to squat more, to increase my load. Then how do I lose weight? But how do I lose weight?
Burning it out.
Yeah, I'm burning. Yeah, that's the balance. So this is scale. So we're scaled now. So what we do is everybody's different. We test the body. So just say I would give someone 1,600 calories. So let's go back to this. If you've got your computer open, I want you to type in this website if you can. If not, I'll just copy and paste and show you. Or the PDF that you have, you should click on it, and it will take you straight there if you can. Yeah. So it's tdeecalculator.net. Right? And you can work out your own calories. All right? So, have you found it? Has everyone found it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Come on, Bill.
It's taking its time. It's
If you have
getting
let's get in there slowly. If you have any questions throughout it, just let me know, or leave them at the end. But, you know, if it comes up, just let me know. Or type it in the comments or something. All right, so we're here. We're going to work out our calories. I've got male or female. Yep. I'm going to put the age, okay, weight, height, and my type of activity. So I'm doing, at the moment, I'm doing light exercise, okay? So I put the details in here, okay? I'm gonna use an example. There, yeah, and I'm going about there, and I'm going about there. All right, so I haven't told them how much body weight I want to lose, but it comes up as that. This is my maintenance calories. Has everyone got their numbers?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So now I know personally that's not my maintenance. My maintenance, because I've tried and tested it, is about 2,200. What does that mean? It means anything less of that, my body will start to lose weight. Anything more, I'll start to gain. It's probably a little bit higher for me too. So that's massive, right? Look at your numbers. You're gonna let me know what they are. So calories per day. Jude. What's yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, who wants to share? Bill.
2901.
1637.
Yeah. Okay. See how everyone's different, Sujata and Janine?
1826.
Yeah. Janine, are you there? No? Okay. So, okay, so what do you think of that number?
It's a lot higher than what I thought it would be.
Yes, yes. But if you go back to our little image of explanation, making sense?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, if solid calories of maintenance is 2,300, massive, huh?
Yeah.
Pretty massive, because obviously everyone's pretty different. And it also tells you my basal metabolic rate. Look at it. Mine says about 1,500. Holy crap. I know people that have clients that have come to me and trainers who are given them 1,500 based on whatever. That's what they say. They don't give them any science or data behind it. So what happens to, just say I've got a client, she's 180 centimeters, I'm 167. She's, younger, she's a bit more bigger, and she's on 1,500 calories. What is going to happen to her?
She won't be able to sustain it.
Yeah, she's going to, and also she's going to starve. So body's going to shut down and lose functionality.
Yeah. So firstly, what happens is you start to get tired. You're going to get hungry. That's what happens when you're in it's called calorie deficit, which means you are eating less. Okay. So I'll just call her, I don't know, I don't have any clients called Peter, so we'll call her Peter. I don't know why I said that. So let's say Peter comes in, she's, wants to really train hard. She wants to train 4 days, and she's on 1,500 calories. They've given her 1,500, but her body, her basal metabolic rate, or her BMR, is about 1,800 or even 19. She starts to train. She's waking up early. She has a stressful job. She trains. She's motivated a lot. Trains 3 days a week, and then starts to get a little bit tired. Has some friends that go out, and she's trying to be really strict, and then can't maintain it, and then falls off the wagon, and there you go. I hate my life. I'm never going to lose weight, and that's what happens. So what do you say to someone like that? How do you bring them back?
Give them a cake.
Maybe. Nice.
Give them a sugar hit.
You can make them happy first, put it that way. And then
Yeah, just go, look, dude, got to take time. Like, we're all on a journey. But you got to increase the calories because there has to be a big chunk. So we've got a big piece of cake, as Bill said, and we want to have small pieces. We take them out because then we've got more cake to eat, right? Does that make sense? So if you've got a big piece of cake, got a big piece, here we go, these ones. Let's have a look at here. Okay. I can open this, dude. Okay, big piece of cake. The nutrition, the truth. No, I just need the image. Okay. Oh, gotta get out of this. Go away. Doesn't even let me close that. Okay, big piece of cake here. If I take 10% out, then I've still got all this to work with. All right, so what happens? Going back to this, going back to our calories, right? Sally's on 2,200 to maintain. How am I going to lose weight? What's the next step? I'm going to do a 5 to 10% deficit. So I take 5 to 10% off that. That's my base. Okay? So I'm going to be consuming, let's just say, 2,100 the first week. I'm great. I'm feeling good. I'm training 3 days a week. Perfect. Okay, let's say I lost half a kilo first week. Perfect. What do? Keep it the same. The body hasn't adapted yet. The body is loving that. Oh, so I'm going to start and I'm going to add another session. Okay, cool. Keep it at that weight. What happens? I'm losing a little bit more. Keep it at that calorie. Keep it until we're tracking and nothing changes. What do we do next? If nothing changes, what do we do?
You change something.
Yes. So we change a little 5 to 10%. Is this making sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So we want to have that big slice. We've still got lots of cake. Yay, cake. So lots of cake to go through. Okay? So we want to still get the body to function. We want to still live our life. We need to still check and calorie count. Once we hit our goal weight, right, we have this thing, we can call it a diet break, we can call it a high calorie week, but we're trying to kind of bring the body back up to high calorie maintenance, because at the end of the day, I don't know about you, but I want to eat more. I want to be able to have such an efficient machine that, you know, I can go out and eat more than I, you know, could 12 months ago, but still be smart about it. Because what happens if I turn around and I cut my cake in half, where is my cake? Hey, cut my cake straight in half. Where do I have to go? I got nowhere to go. Yeah? Is that making sense?
Yeah.
Anyone have any questions? What's the questions about this? Anyone? No? Empty. Okay, cool. So we're going to recap all these calories. Okay, calories are important. We have a base that we need. It's over here, basal metabolic rate. All right. Then after that, we have, you know, the non-exercise activity, walking. If you want to increase the use of your calories, hey guys, add a little bit more walking. That's how awesome is that? Go up the stairs a few more times. And you haven't even exercised yet. They're increasing that bank. Thermogenic effects of food, increasing protein, lean, you know, lean protein, because the body uses that energy. Again, haven't even trained yet. Haven't even used that energy yet, you know? And then we've got the exercise. Just that much. So the important thing is to get that base right. You all got your numbers. If you don't, let me know and I can send them to you. Yeah? Can you see how it's all coming together? Yeah? Can you see how important tracking is too? You have to track once in your life so you know. You have the idea. Yeah? Jude?
Yeah.
Making sense. Okay. Any questions before we move on?
No, all good.
Yeah? Did I
All good, yeah.
kill your
All
brain?
good.
Did I kill your brain, guys?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, so it's good. Okay, cool. All right. So let me just move this. Okay, so this is in the image. This is in the PDF that I sent you. So what do I eat? How do I know? Blah blah blah. Well, calories are definitely important. You know how to work out your calories now. You know that it takes time for the body to change. Okay, and you know that you have to have a 5 to 10% chunk taken out rather than 50% off. Yeah? Small bite size. So if I look at my plate, what do I eat? This plate is awesome. I love the image. Can everyone see this? Yeah? Everyone? Yeah?
I can't.
No, it's still the TDE.
Oh,
Right.
is
In
it?
the
Oh,
screen,
okay.
what you're sharing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. Let me just try this. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, admit Marlena's there. Oh, that's weird. I'll stop sharing and I'll share a new one. Hey, I'm back.
Hello.
Share again. Oh, you couldn't see me before. Size files. That's weird. Doesn't matter. I'll go straight to, where is it? Windows, paint box. Oh, this one. Oh, this one to come up. Bugger. Doesn't matter. Advanced. All right. I will go straight to this one again. And then we'll go there. Can you see this? Web Google? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Google, yeah.
All right. So if I pick play food guide. I'll just show you. So, how about this? Where's that image? I hate it when they take you to an image. It's not even an image. I want to see the plate. All right. I'm just going to try and make this a little bit bigger. How about that? Is that better?
That sounds
Yeah.
good.
So the quality isn't like great. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, so if you look at the food, there's lots of plant-based fiber, huge amount. Okay, and I know I said we want to eat protein, but protein is very dense. That's why there's only a small section of it. So when you have a plate, you need to palm size of protein. Okay, whether it's definitely if it's an animal, then it's going to be more than the legumes. Because if you're eating legumes, which is like chickpeas, lentils, you need something with it for the body to absorb for it to be a complete protein. Does that make sense? So if you're having just chickpeas, you need to do your due diligence to find out what goes with it so the body absorbs it and becomes a complete protein. All right? But if you're not a vegan or anything like that, you don't need to worry about that. All right, lots of veggies, plant-based, fibrous stuff. You got the sweet potato in there as well, but there's still lots of plant-based, which is like leafy stuff. Then we've got some what's it called? You know, carbohydrates or pasta, rice, anything like that. But don't forget that on the left we still have lots of carbs on this side. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah. So everything's beautiful on this plate. Realistically, we are definitely going to be eating things like chips and all that stuff, and that's where calorie counting comes into place. So if you start to calorie count, you're going to understand that you can have your ice cream. Yeah. Does that make sense? You can have your cake, but you got to know where that fits into your picture, right? So if you're going to work and you're having a cake, then you're having takeaway, then you're going home and having, a Nutella sandwich or something, you got no more room. Yeah, you have no more reserve. You've used all your lifelines. You need to be smart about it, because this is long term. Does that make sense, Jude?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So can you let me know? Can someone give me an example of what a way they can incorporate like cake, but also have a great like nutritional like day? Give me an example. What does it look like? What does your day look like? What do you think is a really nailed on day? I'm going to pick someone.
It's like from breakfast to dinner.
Yes, please.
Like what
Go.
you have eaten.
Yes, tell me like which is going to be really good. Which is you can count your calories, yes, but tell me what it is.
Well, you have your let's say obviously you got to incorporate your lean meats, your grains, your vegetables. You have that, and you leave, depending on how much cake you're going to eat, you leave enough calories left.
Yes.
Proportion your cake intake, so to speak.
Yeah, cool. So I'll just tell you, my day starts early, but I don't eat anything because I'm busy. I'll probably have a coffee, and then I won't eat anything till about maybe 11 or 12. I'll either have rice cake with peanut butter, or maybe an apple or half a protein bar or something like that to keep me going. Then I'll have my main meal or my lunch at about 12 or 1, which includes whatever my mum made. It could be vine leaves. It's definitely a protein in there as well. Yesterday I had 3 eggs, egg McMuffin, and some beans that I had. That was my lunch.
You had to eat from Macca's.
No, I didn't say Macca's. I made it, but I love it. Okay. So in terms of how much protein, 1 egg is about 7 grams. So what does that mean? It's not actually the weight. it's how much protein is in the egg. A palm full of meat or fish or chicken is probably around 15 to 20 grams of protein. Now, Janine, I think, Janine, you asked this question before. How much should we have? Well, these are called macros. I've tried to have a rough guide. Macros are your fats, your carbs, and your proteins. Your micros are all the minerals and stuff like that. Okay. So how much protein should I be having? According to my weight, I double my weight, and that's how much protein I should be having to maintain and increase my lean muscle. Lean muscle is the stuff that you want to be able to lift things. It's the stuff that makes you look nice. You know what I mean? The tone, whatever you want to call it. Strong, all that stuff. Okay, so get your body weight and double it. That's how much protein you should be got. I mean, that's a lot of protein. Think about it. I'm having my 3 eggs, and that's 21 grams, and I need to have 140.
Oh, wow.
How the hell, where am I going to get the rest? Okay, well, it goes like this. I'll be having a snack. My snack will be yogurt. Okay, with like the Greek yogurt with berries, blah, blah, blah. And that could be another 15. Okay, so I'm on 30 or 40. Then I'm going to have, like, I've got some turkey mince that I'm having. That'll probably take me up to maybe another 20 to 30. Okay, so I'm up to about 60. I have a protein shake. That's about 80, 90. And then I'll probably have another meal that will get me up to that higher end of the spectrum. Okay, you don't have to have as much, but that is like the optimum level for athletes. Okay, we're not athletes, but that's a good range to be up towards. So if you think about it, there has to be more protein. There has to be, right? As we age, our peak lean muscle is at age 26. After that, it's a slow decline. Okay? After the age of 40, 50, it's a bit more of a rapid decline. Okay? It's called losing muscle. That's not what we want, especially as we age, because it stops us from getting up and down. It increases the risk of injury. That's what we don't want. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
What have you taken out of all of this?
I'm in rapid decline.
Yeah. I'm with you, Bill.
No, come on. Yes, so tell me. Anyone else other than rapid decline?
So, Sally, if you weigh in heavy, do you still
Sorry?
double? If you weigh in a heavy weight, do you still double your protein intake?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do double it. That's my guide.
No, but
my
like,
guide.
just say for me, because I'm much
Yes.
heavier.
Yeah, everybody's different. Yeah, because you missed a bit of a section.
I know. I thought it started. I forgot
That's
it
all
was
right.
nutritional.
That's all right. So everybody's requirements are different. That's the thing. Like, yeah, you're bigger, but you're taller. You've got more different, bone structure than me. Everybody's different. It's just a guide for you to eat more protein. But remember, you still need to follow the calories. You still need to understand that. Okay. I hope you got a little bit of clarity about that, guys. Do you have any questions about any calories before I'm going to answer some questions that Janine put up and Bill?
So would you say we're talking about adding your protein to your weight? So one gram of protein per kilogram? Is that what you're talking about? Is that how you're judging it?
1 gram.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Then you need 140. So how did you work out that you needed 140 grams?
Okay, so basically it's a standard put down by Australian Sports Nutrition. Yeah, and they've I probably have to do my research on that, but they just got it off from the studies that they've done.
Yep.
Maintain lean muscle. So there's lots of studies that they've done with a different array of people and said that that's the most optimal level for athletes. So I mean, we're not athletes, but we're people that we're training. So why not put us in that category, you know?
Yep.
Yeah. Any other questions? Liz?
No.
Janine?
No questions from me.
No.
All right. I'm going to pull up this question Janine wrote. Let me just pull it up again. You can read it to me, actually.
Actually, I do have a question.
Yes.
You know how you were talking about how much, like for protein, you double your weight. Is there a
Yes.
similar type of way to know how many grams of carbs you should be having?
Okay, so yeah, so basically, so we're doubling the protein. In terms of the carbohydrates, it's a lot higher than you think it is.
Yeah.
And in terms of the fiber, we need to have fiber and fat. So fiber, what I do is you have 30 grams. Everybody's about 30 grams of fiber, which is not the actual weight. So if I have a look at, let me just pull out a little, the PT Minder that I use to work out calories, and then I'll share the screen with you for a second. Because at the end of the day, right, our fats, good fats are important. Good fats help our hormones. And if, you know, regulate your hormones, thyroid, or every hormone, right? Especially for females and males, we need to have that. If we're having no fats, you know, it's not going to be great for our good cholesterol. It's just, we need fat to function. Okay. So if I can share my screen again, and I will go to this bloke right here, and you tell me if you can see this. Do you see this? Preview nutrition plan. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a generic one that I kind of create. This person is, you know, on a weight loss journey. They need a certain amount, but I've based them on 1,800 calories. You know, they've got some coffee, avocado, English muffins, eggs. This is just a guide, okay? All right. Then if I look at the bottom, they're roughly around 1,800 calories. They're on about 127 grams of protein. But look at the carbs. Probably more. Look how much carbs they're having. They're having more than protein. Why?
Wow.
Because our body's preferred fuel source is carbohydrates. That's what it wants. Sugars and fats. Okay? Quite high. It's not like 10%. How do you work that out? I wouldn't worry about that at this point in time. I'd worry about calories and protein, but still incorporating carbohydrates into your diet. It needs to happen. All right? But this is a generic kind of what it looks like.
Where's broccoli for breakfast?
Look, it's just a guide. Whatever's in season, I eat it. If you know, I eat it.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Breakfast? Wow.
Well, if you think about it, my breakfast isn't 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 11. It's at 12 o'clock. So really, does that make sense, Liz?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't want you to get into the nitty gritty of this. You don't need to know all that stuff. All you need to know is calories matter, your base matters, enjoying life, and being able to have that gelato or piece of cake throughout it. Okay, so Janine's question. Let's get back to your question, Janine. Where are you? Where's your question? Remember something, let me read it properly so I know. Events. You put the comment in the events, didn't you?
I did.
Is it?
And it from calorie to Valerie, which I thought was quite cute.
It was Valerie. Yes.
Valerie.
It was how to reduce cholesterol, or was that it? One of the questions?
What do you do to reduce cholesterol?
All right.
And what type of foods are better to eat?
Okay. So I don't know anyone's blood test results, but I'm going off what studies show. Okay. So number one, high cholesterol. It could be genetic. Okay. All right. So sometimes we're predisposed to something, and unfortunately, we can't control it as much as we can. One bloke might have amazing cholesterol and he's got the worst diet. One bloke has got the best diet, but is prone. But we're not slaves to our genetics. We're not slaves. We're more predisposed, but we're not slaves. Okay. The number one thing with cholesterol is we need it. It's not, especially the good one. It's good for us. Okay. Through my experience and through my studies, I've discovered the number one thing to improve cholesterol, the biomarkers, okay, and blood test results. Because I had two clients that didn't exercise after 12 weeks, they got their bloods done and their cholesterol dropped. They didn't need to have any medication. I'm not saying medication is bad. I'm just saying you can control it. Number one, exercise. Stress definitely affects it. Food, and things like having community, believe it or not. So they did a study, and I don't know if you know about the blue zone. People around the world, there's a blue zone. There's like 10 blue zones where people live over the age of 100.
Yes, I know those zones.
Yeah, so one thing in common they eat lots of fiber, they eat lots of plant-based stuff, and they have small amounts of fish and meat. And you know what? They live on an island. They're not stressed. That's not realistic, but we can definitely take what they have. Okay, we can increase our movement. Yeah, we can stress less, and that we're doing all of this. We can improve our food, and in talking about food, things like oats, legumes, all that stuff helps lower, your bad cholesterol, your LDL. That's the stuff. Obviously, processed foods, things like that. Janine, does that make sense?
Yeah, thanks.
There's also, they did a study, and they took all these different people and different diets, Mediterranean diet, this diet, all these different diets, and they found there was this one diet called the Cretan diet, like from Crete, and that's one place of the blue zone. All right, and they found that they were eating something that helps with it's a precursor to lowering the bad cholesterol. It's something to do with fish. Okay, precursors are a stepping stone before a chemical reaction occurs. Right. So before the bad cholesterol going down, there's a step that goes in that helps it lower it. So they're eating a bit more fish. Okay, to help them lower the cholesterol. But again, with these tests, we can't control who the test people are. So they can get a bunch of unhealthy people and test them and put them on a diet and make them exercise. What's going to happen?
Better results.
Absolutely. But if we get people who already train, who are improving their calorie intake and their diet, then change is not going to be that dramatic. So we've got to think of it that way. If you get really obese people, I've got here, put them on a low-fat diet. They've got a 13%, which offset the small declines. Okay. So they start to decrease it. So you got to like, these studies sometimes are really hard to read, okay, because they can be quite confusing. So I hope you understand that and take that away. So if you're waiting here, so I saw that Marlena here for answers. Half avocado, 1 boiled egg, sourdough. Okay, cool. That was great. Okay, so Bill, your question about what should we look at with labels. Bill asked a question about labels. Now, when I did my degree ages ago, the first thing they teach you is, we've got one subject about nutrition. That's why I keep doing nutrition courses, is when you get a label, when you get a can, look at the back. The first ingredient is the first thing that it contains. So if you're getting a canned tomato, the first ingredient is sugar, that's the first ingredient. Okay? It's most of. That's what it's most of. Yeah. So you got to be careful with that. In terms of, how much you should be consuming, I would definitely, be conscious of the sodium and things like that, salt intake. But the stuff that you buy in boxes, the processed stuff, it's going to have more things in it. It's going to have more salt. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know what? We're just going to have to try and stick to less processed things. Less processed things. I'm not saying don't have it. I'm just saying turn it around, have a look. Yeah? Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I was thinking more of the fact, like, of the things like, if it's got per 100 grams, it's got like 15 of sugar, 15 of fat, 20 of this.
Yeah.
So which is the one that's cutting out the most, I suppose, or is there like anything over 10 grams of fat should be avoided if that was the case?
Yeah.
There's certain things you have to buy processed, you don't get a choice.
I look at the calories.
Yep.
Calories matter at the end. That's the number one thing. Yeah, like what you can't actually change the fat and things like that, but you can manipulate calories. You can have half of it,
Yep.
you know, and that would add to your bank. Yeah.
Fully ready? Get a comb.
Does that make sense, guys? Do you have any questions about it? Is it a lot of information?
It is definitely a lot of information,
Yeah.
but it is about are we taking it right and are we understanding right is the
Yeah.
kind of question which keeps coming in.
Yeah.
So that's why I did that. See, generally, I try to kind of have a consistent breakfast for a week, and then I change it for the next week. For this week, I've been having half avocado and 1 hard-boiled egg, 2 sourdough toast, and I don't put butter. I just place avocado and salt and pepper on it, and then mug of coffee. Yeah. So I'm not sure, is it too much for me? Is it right or not?
That's what I mean.
Thinking I'm eating healthy.
Well, that's what I mean. You need to calorie count, because that's a great answer, and it comes to a great question. Healthy food doesn't mean it's low in calories. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying that half an avocado has high calories, and it takes out of your chunk. So I would suggest to either have 2 eggs, a little bit of avocado, maybe a tablespoon, or not even avocado for that day. You know what I mean? And have some mushrooms or spinach instead.
Okay.
So we're bumping up remember, protein is king. Bring it up. Yeah. Or cream. And if you want to manipulate the calories, have an egg with you can buy a can of the carton of egg whites. Make an amazing omelette. Add some spinach. Add some mushroom. Even add some feta cheese. You have enough in the bank for that.
Okay.
But enough isn't like just a little bit. And remember, it's all the bigger picture. Remember this piece of the pie, slicing a little bit. We're taking away throughout the whole day. Think about, does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah. Is that something you could do?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So, and one more thing, I sometimes as a snack I eat a bowl of cut fruits.
Yeah.
It could be half a banana, some apples, or some mandarin going in and all. So is a bowl of fruit, again the calorie count, I lose out of the calorie count over there.
Yeah, you got to put it in the it's called Chronometer. It's a great app that you can have, and it matters, because at the end of the day, it's energy. Always aim for 2 pieces of fruit. Actually have the piece of fruit. Don't just cut a big bowl, because you know what? Fruit is tasty and we can have the whole bowl. And that could be, that could be a bigger slice of your pie than you'd expect. Because again, healthy doesn't always mean low calorie.
Okay.
Yeah, makes sense?
Okay.
Yeah. And I was going to touch on one thing. I put a post on the other day. Marlena had asked me about protein bars and the chocolate milk, blah, blah. And then she said, oh, that's a lot of sugar. But again, I know that matters, but you got to go back to the calories. Go back to the calories. Yeah, it's got high sugar, but milk has sugar. It's just lactose. It's the sugar in the milk. Okay, we've got to look at the calories, how much protein. And is that better than having a chocolate thick shake? I'm just saying, which is better for you for your performance? Yeah? Does anyone else have an example? We're going to take one more example. Janine, Liz, Sonia, anyone?
Sally, I have some couple of boiled egg and a slice of toast.
Yes.
Or and a cup of tea with it.
Yes.
Or I have muesli with yogurt.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So I know we have to do calorie count, but which one would be more healthier or better?
How long is a piece of string?
Yeah. So it's
look, I get it. It depends. Basically, what yogurt are you having and what type of muesli? I would get rid of the muesli. It tastes delicious, but it's also a little hidden, sugars and dried fruit. Have some oats, have some berries. Make it simple, bake it smart. Okay?
Yep. Just oats and berries, yeah. Good idea.
Simple, and it helps lowering cholesterol. Remember we talked about that.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Bill?
Yep, I'm all good. I'm listening. I've taken some notes.
Makes sense, Marlena.
Yeah, fabulous.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna touch on one more thing. Bread. I love bread. You love bread. Everybody loves bread. Okay. And it depends on your individual needs. Okay. So I like sourdough. Again, it all depends on the calories and you know, yes, nutritional value, but when you're in it for the long term, and if you like a particular bread, put it in the calories. Know how much it is. That way you're tracking. That way you don't need to do it all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Oh, and one more question, Sally.
Yes.
Is low GI bread is better, or is that, you know, there's like low GI and white bread, or a whole grain one?
Yeah. So many.
Yeah. Which one do you reckon? Because
it depends on your own like nutrition and like if you've got any like anything diagnosed. But look, I would definitely, again, we're going to go back to the calories. Go back to the calories. Yes.
Okay. So I need to check whether the whole grain one is better, because when I was pregnant, I had gestational diabetes.
Yes.
And at that time, they said to me, okay, no, have low GI bread.
Yep.
But after that, like, it's gone now.
Yep.
But
yep.
I like the taste, so I continue having that. But then, okay, so I need to check which calories are better, whether the whole grain one or the low GI one, correct?
Yeah, yes. And remember, it's a whole picture. Figure out the whole picture.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I think does anyone, other than that, does anyone else have any questions? And is this making sense?
What are the protein shakes to get?
What protein shake?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What brand? What's a good protein shake?
So many different brands. It depends on what you like. It depends on what you like. Whey, I think Whey Isolate is a good one. Just go to your, I can put some stuff on in the Facebook page if you want.
All right.
Yeah?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, and then again, these are supplements. They're not there to replace anything. They're there to up your protein.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little guide. All right?
Yeah.
All right. I hope you enjoyed today's nutrition seminar masterclass. I hope you understood and got something away. Is there one thing that you got from this, guys? I'm going to ask, and tell me what thing that you're grateful for. Okay, we're going to go with Bill. What did you learn today? Any takeaways?
Apart from the rapid decline, I've learned about the TDEE. So I'm going to have that. And what am I grateful for? It's Thursday, and I've only got half an hour before my first 2-hour training session I've got to run.
No. Nice work, Bill. Thank you. Sujata, what are you grateful for? What did you learn today?
Oh, well, I learned carbohydrates is not bad, but proteins is more important.
Yeah, beautiful. Love it. Jude, what did you learn?
Oh, this TDE thing, that's great. And just hearing everyone's stories, and I'm grateful for everyone, just hanging out.
Nice work. We like hanging out with you. One clap. Let's do the one clap. We haven't been clapping. Hey, Nala. What are you grateful for?
I learned about TDEE and was surprised that I can still have a little bit of sugar craving.
Yeah. Sadly.
Yeah.
And what are you grateful for, please?
Sorry?
What are you grateful for? Ooh.
For everything, like for the sessions and all that, yeah.
Oh, awesome. Nice work, Nala. One clap. Perfect. Marlena, thanks for joining us. Tell me, what did you learn today? What are you grateful for?
Just that I like your analogy that you're like a bank. You deposit, withdraw. I'm going to use that. Calories, which I don't count, which I'm going to start to.
Yep.
And I'm grateful for this group, actually.
Yay, one clap. Janine, show me a beautiful face. Come on.
The calories matter. protein is important to ensure that we have continue to have that lean muscles.
Yes.
And I am grateful for the information I've received today.
Yeah, one clap. All right, Liz, tell me what you're grateful for and what you learned today.
Hang on. I'm like grateful for, again, I think, yeah, this group and hearing people's stories and how we're keeping sort of that accountability. One thing I learned today was around like small changes like increasing protein and increasing your walking, like that incidental stuff can go a long way.
It's sneaky. It's just sneaky.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great. Awesome, guys. One clap. Beautiful. Now you know my hacks and all the skills that I use. You got all the secrets now. If you've got any questions, let me know. But go play around with it. If you have some questions, put them in the page. And I'll be interested to know if you want to know anything else about any other topic. Maybe I'll get a specialist in to talk about supplements. I'm not sure. We'll see how we go. Have a great, wonderful day.
Thanks,
Thank you for joining us. And
Thank you, Sal.
I shall see you tomorrow.
Thanks,
Bye.
Sally.
Tomorrow.
Have a great day.
Sally.